dance instructor is trying to improve his students' shyness. Okay, so he wants to build up their confidence. He gives them a confidence survey before any of his new programs to get a baseline. That's where we start, is from the baseline. He gives them some confidence training, and then he gives them a second survey, and then he has them practice at home the training that he gave them. They practice it at home, and after another week he gives them the third survey. So you got 3 repeated measures, only one group. That makes it a repeated measures or within group, one-way ANOVA. Let's go take a peek, shall we? Always analyze. General linear model, repeated measure. I'm going to reset. Our factor is over time, right? There was a time factor, right? And then there were 3 levels. And we're going to define them as confidence 1, confidence 2, confidence 3. We're going to look at the... No, nothing there. And let's go to options. We'll put those in there. We can compare them. 1, 2, 3. No homogeneity variance for repeated measures. Remember that. Click, click, click. All right, here are the names of our repeated measures. There's the means. The first one was kind of low, right? Down to 19. The last one was kind of high. That's kind of high. So I'm going to say there's probably a significant difference in there, but let's let the numbers do the talking. Multivariate test, we don't really look there. Sphericity, chongo, this was violated. Say it again. The assumption of sphericity was violated. See that? It's less than 0.05. So all we're going to do is we're going to use one of the what they call corrections. So normally I use the Hunfeld because it's a lot bigger, right? It gives you a much more research abilities, I guess you'd call it. But now that we know that it was violated, we're not going to look at the time sphericity assumed. We're not going to look at that row. We're going to look at the Hunfeld. I always pick the Hunfeld. So let's go across that way, and our F was huge, 33.186. The sig value was less than 0.01. Effect size was huge, and our power was perfect. So that is good news. Don't look at that one. There are no between group subjects. I don't know where this is coming from. And there's our means. Let's look at our pairwise. So it looks like there was a significant difference between the baseline, the pretest, and the first repeated measure, the second repeated measure, and then the third as well. So they're all significantly different from each other. So hold on. This is the way it's written up in a research paper. Normally you don't write up, what were the IVs, what were the DVs, et cetera, et cetera. But let's go ahead and read the write-up. A one-way repeated measures ANOVA indicated that there was a significant difference in the confidence scores between the 3 repeated measures. Those were the confidence surveys. So if your degrees of freedom have decimals in it, that should tell you right off the bat that the data violated sphericity, and they had to make some kind of correction. So the math calculations were a little bit different. But the F score was huge. F ratio was 33.19. P-value is pretty close to 0. A darn strong effect size and a perfect power. So the assumption of normality was not violated, but the assumption of sphericity was. So we switched to the Hunfeld correction. There was a significant increase in confidence scores all across all 3 repeated measures. In other words, his confidence building training seems to have been very effective. You go, boy. And that's it. MGZ out.